I know that this is a lot and this is a bit extreme. And I know that this channel, even creating this channel and this experience has, a lot of times been very, very overwhelming. And, to view it, I appreciate the people and the supporters that aren't Jason minions and, enlisted to cause havoc, that are sticking it out and toughing it out. And there could be someone legitimately trying to help under wraps. But it's complicated when the government's committing crimes and abusing their power. And it may not be as easy if it's just the average person. And I have to admit, my patience went out a long time ago. I took all that I could stand several years ago. But here's the thing, what I'm showing now, all these are text from different parties and harassment. That one says, nobody believes people are intentionally bothering you. It's hard to read it. Okay. Let me enlarge it so I can make it easier to read through this device. Still can't read it. Trying to make it to where you can see it and I can read it too. And there's a new text that came in. Okay, so I'll just read it. Okay, there's a new text that came in. How can none of the cars have hit you yet then? All this weird SHIT is your distorted. Now, that is true. But like the person in that video, and I'll post the video in the feed, this is emotional abuse. It's deliberate. If they wanted me dead, it could have happened long ago. I think this individual really believes that he has feelings for me. I think that he thinks that I'm his supply. I don't think that he's bothered because they deliberately post and he does these things to taunt. I really do believe this channel is his supply. And I think in his mind, he believes that he has some really strong feelings. And if he wanted me dead, it could have happened a long time ago. Look at how many parties are covering for it. So, but I'm just trying to expose what kind of person we're dealing with that's running the government. So it is all emotional abuse. It's deliberate. So here is wasting money on a dash cam, cars drive on the streets goofy, nobody believes people are intentionally bothering you. Well, this has happened at multiple different locations. My reports are a pattern. How come none of the cars have hit you? You're sitting in the car talking to yourself looking crazy. Stop watching gang stalking videos on YouTube. They're making you sound crazier. Actually, there's not a lot of gang stalking videos in my feed. It's weird. And when I try to do Google searches on it, it's very limited on what I can pull up for gang stalking. Another party, no church wants to deal with your delusions. How's your life in jeopardy? You have a home, a job, and a car. You are ungrateful. You are not a domestic violence situation. An insult to women who have been victims is disgusting. You did not catch him shutting down stores in your mind. So these are like bombarded. These are multiple different texts daily. So they interrupt when I'm trying to shoot videos, and when I'm in the situations and when I'm calling, I get these texts and these interruptions. And the more people that I allow in my life, the more interruptions I get. And when I showed the video of the church member, that text actually interrupted something. And I ignored it because I know these parties intentionally are designed to interrupt. And since he has no longer have the avenue of Metro Care to interrupt and sabotage, now he has to enlist other parties. That's vital. Because he wants real life people to sabotage and interrupt, not just on the phone. This is a harassment scheme. So he needs to enlist some party, and he knows that I have my guard up. So enlist someone from a church. So therefore they can call and interrupt, because Metro Care is no longer doing it. So they can call a real live person. And you have to see it to believe it, but I've been going through this long enough, and these relationships don't really seem authentic. And then, like, people around me started arguments when he was upset. You got to see it to believe it. I'm not quite sure what I recorded because I realized it was paused. But you are really, your attitude having borderline, ASS, paranoid, schizophrenic, mental illness is really, you should really chew your meds ASAP. LOL, you are crazy. I keep on pausing it. It's like it's malfunctioning. I don't know what I went over. But okay, you don't even know. The tablet keeps pausing on its own. This is new. But they remotely control the tablet and the phone. Why would I lie? I keep trying to show all these texts and it just keeps pausing by itself. So I don't know what I covered because it keeps pausing. It keeps pausing. Okay, so I don't know what I covered. So please go up to KFC or maybe Jack in the Box. But you can call the store and ask them why did they ask you to leave. Can we talk for a second? So since all of the calls were harassing, well, the texts and most of the things were harassing, they're trying to be more friendly now. Okay, so do a case study on your manic, so-and-so behind. So if I can get an investigation, what I could, I'm not going to show the parties that interrupt that are supposed to be friends. And I know you probably know about this channel. I know what you're doing and I think it's sick. You don't have a relationship with someone and manipulate that. I don't know what would entice you to do it. But I know what you're doing. And I don't know why you would be affiliated with a church and contribute to this, even if you are getting paid. Church members don't behave in that manner, even for profit. That's a decline of the society. You don't consistently interrupt someone when they're begging for their life if it's not set up. I know what you're doing. And you really need to stop. It's sick.